Hey guys, welcome to this is of Yes Origin. I don't know what this is essentially I want to try out testing this recording this game. This is an amazing game by Falcom. It is not very well known. The series itself is not as well known as it could be. It is, I guess, an RPG. I'm not actually sure about the genre, but that makes the most sense. You control this one character, and you fight in real time on a. I'm not really. The graphics are always the same. It's not like RPGs where there's like a world map and like a normal map. You're just always fighting as this one guy. So you have like a basic attack, a jump, and some special skills. You have equipment here. Equipment is rather basic in this game. You can upgrade equipment, temper it. It's a very simple game, but that's actually its most, I don't know, enjoyable feature, I suppose you could say. It's so simple that you get to focus on what there is in the game instead of having to learn so many different skills and abilities and special features and special attacks and stuff. And because the game is simple, it really makes use of what there is to its fullest, which is why I really like the game. In terms of fighting, it's a lot of fun. The music in this game is amazing. If you've played my hack, The Last Promise, a lot of the music is from these games. And there's a bit of lag. Let's see if it cools down. I need a better computer. Yeah, this game's lagging too much. This game's too epic for my computer, essentially. So I'm this guy right now called Hugo. He's the guy moving around. He's a sorcerer who shoots these beams from his weapon, and these two eyes that hover next to him called the Eyes of Fact. Oh, oops. I was not really paying attention to my jump there. The dungeons are fun, yet basic. And it's actually very easy to miss out on like certain items and stuff that will really help make the game easier and whatnot. So I'm going to attempt to fight the boss. Yeah, I don't think I can really make the game lag any less, but that's alright. That just means my test run was a failure, which is, I'm okay with that. Alright, I think I'm set. I wish I could skip the whole scene, but I don't believe there's such a feature. So those are the bad guys there. It'll all be over soon. He's super fast. I just want to show one boss battle. Hopefully it doesn't lag too bad. There's quite a bit of swearing in this game, but it does help. It's enjoyable. It's not just abusive. So now he's gonna fight his brother. Oh, it's not liking too much. In this game, the most important thing is arguably dodging. You don't want to be taking damage like I am right now. So that attack kind of sucks me into it. Be careful. Gotta find the openings and attack when he's open. So right now I'm actually on easy mode of Abyss Origin, and easy mode is just what it says. It's relatively easy if you train yourself. If you don't train yourself, it's hard. You're gonna want to fight the enemies. There's not a lot of grinding to do, but you want to make sure you explore the game in its entirety. Don't miss out on any items or anything. Pretty much every item and stuff you can get is necessary to win this game. Like I said, the game is very simple. It doesn't have a ton of extra features and stuff, but it really makes use of what there is, which is why the game is so great, in my opinion. And when I say this game, I mean the series in general. It's like that. So at the bottom there, I have my HP 134 to 185. You can see my current equipment, armor, and everything else. There's different skills. Right now I'm using this landmine skill. It's my thunder skill. It sets off a mine which explodes for damage. The only other skill I have right now is a shield. It can absorb hits. It can also help me float a little bit on my jump. So it's pretty useful for absorbing damage. As an attack mechanism, it can be used to attack, but as you can see, it only does 1 damage. It's not very useful unless an enemy has a specific weakness against the shield. So I trained myself pretty well for this battle. The first time I lost, this battle actually you don't have to win. Oh, there, I took quite a bit of damage there. I was careless. I know his attack patterns relatively well, but on normal mode or any of the harder modes, a lot of these boss battles take a lot of perfection. Like, you're gonna have to know the movements super well. Time your dodges extremely well. Memorize their attack patterns. Like that move is pretty hard to dodge. Obviously, it's not like those other RPGs which are turn-based or you have to select commands. There are no items that you really use mid-battle. You have skills, but you don't really use items. You can charge skills as well, by the way. If I charge my ability, it'll absorb more damage. It'll absorb 2 hits instead of 1, to be specific. So yeah, it's not, the game, the harder it is, the more challenging it is, the more fun it is. Like on Yes Elf and Felghana, I had an extremely hard time. By the way, these games are on Steam if you want to buy them. I bought them during the summer sale, but they're very cheap, and you can easily they're not super cheap, but you can buy them if you have a little bit of money. They're about $15 to $20, and they're well worth the money in my opinion. These are some of the best RPGs with amazing music, and the stories are pretty good too. Stories aren't again, they're not super detailed, but for what they are, they make really well good use of the plot points in my opinion. The characters are all pretty memorable. Yeah. So even if you win this battle, he still ends up hitting you. I love this line coming up. Zava, what are you doing here? Really love the artwork for this game as well. I think the artwork is rather detailed compared to many other games. Initial preparations to the ritual are complete, so I thought I might take a moment to check on your progress. And I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I was expecting you to have accomplished exactly nothing, as per usual. Bite me. That was funny. Yeah, the bad guys having a fallout, kind of. Oh yeah. So yeah, Hugo does kind of have friends, but no, if you play the game, you'll find out what happens next. Sadly, you don't really get to. So I hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek of US Origin. And with that, maybe I convinced 1 or 2 people to try out the game. You can find it on Steam for $15 or $20 is US Origin. US Oath in Felghana is $15. The main character of US is actually a person called Adel. But sadly he is not the main character of this game. This is actually the only ES game that he's not the main character of. Some of the ES games are Japanese only. Some of them you can find on PSP, and 2 you can find on Steam. You can find a couple on PS2 as well, I believe. So with that being said, I need to go and do my homework. I really enjoyed this game, and I wanted to kind of make some sort of tribute to it, so that's that. Good night.